This cool castle perched above the sunny shores of Sardonia is Hero University. It's where I go to school. Why do I go to a school for heroes? Good question. Buried deep below the castle is the Disbarred Bard's classroom. That's the polite public title for the rogues class. A rogue is a kind of do-gooder thief with a conscience. At least in theory. But we're not supposed to talk about that. So there I was, doodling in my handbook, just waiting for class to be over.
Fräulein Appleberry.
Huh? What?
I wish to speak to you after class.
Uh-oh, that can't be good. That's my instructor, Master von Erwald. He's a silver fox. If you don't mind an authoritarian, don't mess with him kind of guy. You wanted to see me, sir?
Ja, Fräulein. It concerns the minor incident at the headmaster's lecture last week.
Whoops. It was pretty funny, wasn't it, sir? I thought I saw you chuckle at the sight of the hero you dressed like the headmaster.
My reaction to the sheep in headmaster's clothing is not a point of discussion. The headmaster felt he was being deliberately mocked by the bleating sheep wearing his hat.
But, sir, you don't think I had anything to do with that, did you?
The headmaster's spare hat and jacket were behind a locked case, and only a skilled picker of locks could open it. That morning, the U was reportedly missing from her pen, and you were reportedly missing from breakfast. And someone took the effort to button every jacket button on the U and neatly tuck up the sleeves so the U wouldn't trip. Why would you be the most likely suspect to come to mind? However, it is Herr Turk who accuses you of mockery.
Mr. Turk. He doesn't like me. I don't like him. It's the Mutual Detestation Society. Mr. Turk has a grudge against disbarred bards, and you know he'll use any excuse to get at us.
I'm aware of Herr Turk's attitude towards any member of this class. However, Herr Turk claims that he has a witness.
A witness? How? I made sure
I informed Herr Turk that I would make sure that you made recompense for the implied insult to the headmaster.
So what am I to do? Right, I will not mock the headmaster 100 times on the chalkboard? I'll try to remember the not part of the will not mock.
Rather than waste your time with meaningless busywork or pointless apologies for imaginary offenses, I informed the headmaster that you would be put in charge of his pet project, the Harvest Festival.
Me? I don't know the first thing about running a harvest festival.
Then I suggest you improvise something. You have a knack for getting in and out of trouble. Put that talent to good use. Good afternoon, Fräulein. I trust you will make this festival a success.
What do I do now? I guess I need to find someone else to con into taking over the festival. And find the dirty drat who ratted on me to Turk. So, where should I go next? The exercise room is usually packed with warrior and paladin students. That's why they are making an exercise area just for disbarred bards. Odd, it's almost empty. I guess it's so close to the end of the year, the buff bunch are off doing other stuff. But there is one guy here, and he's something to see.
79, 80, 81,
Hi there.
84, 85, 86,
Hello up there.
89, 90, 91.
Hey you! Can you hear me?
Hold. 97, 98, 99, 100. There. I am good. I have done my arm lifts for now. Was ist das? What is it that you wish to interrupt my exercise with?
I was just trying to say hello.
Ah, guten Tag to you.
I'm Tilly Appleberry.
I am Junker Maximilian Mesny von Konen. Pleased to be meeting with you, Fräulein Appleberry.
You can just call me Tilly. Can I call you Junker?
No, Junker is merely my title. You may call me Junker Maximilian. Or perhaps Maximilian, if you wish to be informal.
Okay, Maxie,
No, not Max. Never Maxi. I am Maximilian. Junker Maximilian.
Sorry, Junker Maximilian. I didn't mean to tease you. I wanted to talk to you about the upcoming Harvest Festival.
And what has that to do with me?
I know you're always looking for ways to impress the headmaster. I think what would impress him the most is if you organized a better harvest festival than the headmaster has even dreamed of. And you have the strength and the smarts to do it better than anyone else in this school.
I can think of far better ways to impress the headmaster. This festival business is a waste of time.
A waste of time? It's a festival. It's a chance to get together with friends and have fun.
I did not come to this school for fun.
What did you come to this school for then?
I am here to become the very best that I can be.
Is there some rule that you can't have fun while you do your best?
What is the fun in a festival? You talk, you eat, you drink. But you can do that at any time. But competing against others to prove that you are better, learning a new skills that you did not know before, accomplishing more exercises than you have ever done, that is where true pleasure is found. Ah, it is time for dinner. Good. It takes much food to build and strengthen muscles. Auf Wiedersehen, Fräulein Tilly.
Fritz is my best bud. We grew up together. I'll talk to him. Hiya, Fritz. Fancy meeting you here.
Guten Tag, Tilly. How was your day?
Great. I just heard about the upcoming Hero U Harvest Festival.
Hero U Harvest Festival? I have not heard of this festival.
The headmaster wants to put on a harvest festival at the school, but he needs someone to take charge of the project. So I asked myself, who is the smartest and best person to make this festival a success? I know you'll do just great at it.
Me? Tilly, I cannot run a festival.
You'd be great at it. No one but you would put in as much effort to really make that festival fantastic.
Tilly, I am terrible at dealing with people. You know that. I get all tongue-tied and stupid when I talk to strangers.
That's just because you haven't had enough practice at it. Think of all the friends you can make by running the festival.
You are my only friend, Tilly.
So go out and make some new ones.
Tilly, if anyone can successfully run a festival, it would be you. You are great talking with people. You can talk people into almost anything.
I didn't manage to talk you into running the festival, did I?
I know you too well.
So I guess that I need to find someone else to take over the festival. Unless, of course, you'd like to do this as a really big favor to me.
I am sorry, but no. Anyone would be better at running a festival than I would.
What can I do for you, Mr. Turk? Thank you, Mr. Turk. No sooner said than done, Mr. Turk. Now, where should I go? This place looks deserted. I thought there would be at least a few people hanging out here. Where's the music coming from? Oh, there's a musician playing a song over by the fireplace. I've never heard anything quite like it, but I like it. Hi there. I'm Tilly Appleberry, disbarred bard.
Sitari.
Let me guess, you're a bard. Aren't bards supposed to be performing before adoring audiences rather than all alone in deserted rooms? Well, it just so happens that there is a harvest festival coming up, and you can be the star. You see, the headmaster needs someone to organize and set up the festival. This sounds like a perfect job for a bard. You would be on center stage, and everyone would be able to listen to how beautifully you play.
No.
Why not? Don't you think that the festival is a perfect place for bards? Then what's wrong with the idea of you running the festival?
I am not good enough.
What? You sounded great when I came in here.
The maestro says that my instrument does not sound harmonious with other instruments. He also says that I am not a good performer.
You sounded great when I came in here. I think you're a fine performer.
Maestro Lorenzo is correct. My voice is too soft, and I do not speak well with strangers. I am a musician, but I am not a bard.
Well, I think you have a nice voice. Besides, I'm a stranger, and you were speaking just fine. My bedroom. It's my home away from home. I don't usually spend a lot of time here. Places to go, things to do. Just because it's after curfew doesn't mean I have to go to bed. It just means that I may need to be a little sneaky if I want to go somewhere. I don't want Turk to catch me up after hours. So, what should I do now? I'll pretend to be a good student and make sure I know what the master thinks I should know. Another day, another dull, disbarred bard lecture from Master von Erwold.
Today, we shall speak of a very important survival skill to develop. Your charm. The lesson is called How to Spin Friends and Influence Enemies.
I, of course, spent most of the class doodling.
Fräulein Appleberry,
Oh, yes?
I asked you to give the class another example of how to positively influence people.
The best way to influence people is to be honest and sincere. If you can fake that, you'll have them eating out of your hand.
Very good. There will be a test on your lessons and skills in 3 days' time. I trust you will all be prepared to do your best. Dismissed.
Okay, where should I go now? The workshop. I thought this was just a glorified blacksmith's forge. Guess I'm a little behind the times. I hear noises, but I don't see anyone. Wait, I see some shoes sticking out from under that gizmo, and I think they are attached to a person. Hello? Anyone in here?
Huh? Oh, hand me that crowfoot wrench, please.
The what? I'm wretched at wrenches.
Never mind. I'll get it myself.
So, hi there. I'm Tilly.
Kitty Hawk's daughter. Do you see a tensioner hiding somewhere around here? I take my hand away from it for a moment and it's nowhere in sight. I swear it's doing this deliberately.
So, what do you do here besides hunt for missing tools?
I'm working on my science class final project. It's an aerostatic dirigible. In theory, of course. Poindexter says that the design is unfeasible because the weight of the engine can't be countered by the lifting gas and buoyancy of the envelope. I believe that I can compensate for the effect of gravity on the reciprocating engine by utilizing the vacuum created by the condensing steam to provide some lift.
Are you building a flying machine?
Of course! What else would I be doing with a Theatri Machinarum Hydraulicarum and a dirigible balloon?
Right. Well, you may not know it, but there is an upcoming Hero U Harvest Festival. The headmaster is looking for someone clever and smart enough to run the festival, and clearly a scientist like yourself would have the brains to make the Harvest Festival a success.
I've only got 2 weeks to rebuild the static cylinders, manufacture some copper cantilevers to reinforce the structure of the envelope, generate the hydrogen gas using sulfuric acid and zinc, and then figure out a way to improve the weight-to-lift ratio. I have a paper to present to class 4 days from now on the practicality of aeronautic transportation devices, and a final exam on the principles of science coming up the following week. I'll be lucky if I find some spare time to test my theory that the volume of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. I don't have any time for distractions like festivals. Oh, is that the dinner bell already? I haven't even gotten the aliopile spinning yet. Sorry, but need to get back to tightening the screws under the engine chassis. This aerostat won't build itself.
Okay, I can scratch Kitty off the list of potential festival runners. She's clearly too flighty. Kitty's all by herself, away from her tools and machinery. Maybe I can talk to her about the festival here, where she's less distracted. How's it going, Kitty?
There's a womp chunk chunk noise coming from the engine when I tested it earlier.
Sometimes when a machine doesn't work the way it should, it's as simple as turning the machine off and turning it back on again.
That shouldn't do anything if the machine was made right in the first place.
But there might be a few bugs in the system.
A few... what?
Bugs. Maybe some bugs got caught in the gears or something.
It's an interesting thought, but I don't think a few bugs would make a sound like that. It actually sounds like the piston head is impinging on the cylinder head. Hey, that could be it! It's possible it got out of alignment during the last test. I could fix that just by tightening the crosspin on the connecting rod. Thank you, Tilly. Talking it out with you really helped.
You're welcome, I guess. A word? More likely, many words. I'll see you later, Kitty.
Right. Or maybe it's the wedge bolt that needs tightening.
Why do you have it in for me, Mr. Turk? What did I ever do to you? I just can't picture Turk being gleeful. Ever. Yes, sir, Mr. Turk, sir. Now, where should I go? Huh, still not a lot of people here. What, is everyone too busy around here to get together and relax? Sure seems like it. I mean, Satari is here, but all he seems to be doing is practicing his music. What fun is that? Hey, Satari, how's it going? So, are you still practicing your music? It sounds great. You know, you can be a fine bard someday. You just need to be more outgoing. You know, say things. So what's stopping you?
I never know what to say.
Well then, you need something to talk about. You've got a lovely voice and you play really well. You need to let more people know how good you are. You can't let anyone stop you from becoming a bard. Not even you.